Hello everyone, we're going to be going over some proportion work and we'll apply it to some geometry. We're going to do this in two parts, so I'm going to do 5 questions that might be helpful and then 5 more. Alright, so here we have a proportion. It says solve the following proportion for x, and we have 5 over 17 equals x over 12. Certainly, if there is a nice scale factor, you could use that. And if I look closely at this, I would be looking for a number that would multiply from 5 to 17 or from 17 to 12, and neither of those are showing up. So in this case, our other method for solving proportions would be the cross product equation. So our two cross products are going to be equal to each other. So 5 times 12 is 60, and that's equal to 17x. Okay, so then we can divide both sides by 17. And when we do that, 60 divided by 17 is, to the nearest tenth, 3.5. So 3.5 equals x. You would have gotten 3.5, 294, and on, but that is our answer for x. Let's try another one. So in number 2, just a little bit different because now we have an expression in one of our ratios of our proportion. Again, you could look for a scale factor, but none really exists. So here we're going to do our cross products again. Now, when we do the cross product of x minus 2 and 5, don't forget you need parentheses. So it's 5 times the quantity x minus 2, and that's going to be equal to 6. Okay, little tiny equation for us to solve. We'll distribute the 5 into that group. So we get 5x minus 10 equals 6. Go ahead and solve by adding 10 to both sides to get rid of the negative 10. 5x equals 16, and we'll divide both sides by 5. And it says just to simplify your answer as much as possible, so we'll leave our answer as 16/5. That's our final answer. Terrific. All right. Here we have what might not look like a proportion exactly, but it could be seen as a proportion where this 4 is 4 over 1. And if you want, you could solve it with cross products again. If you didn't see it as cross products, you might just see, okay, I'm going to do inverse operations. So since I have x on the bottom, I need to multiply both sides by x, which gives me 96 is equal to, these x's cancel, 4x. And then we will divide both sides by 4, and we get 24 equals x. Now, that's really the same. This process, this equation we get right here, is really that cross product equation if we think about it, because if this was 4 over 1, well, our one cross product is 96 times 1. Our other cross product is 4x. So that gives us that same equation as we would get by just doing inverse operations. Wonderful. All right. Similar example, we have some negatives here. You might recognize that since there's a negative on both sides, we could almost like divide both sides by -1 right now and cancel those out, if that makes you happy. And then, however you want to do it, let's go ahead and do a cross product equation this time. One cross product for you, for me, for you, no, for you, and the other cross product equation is 5. And it says simplify your answer as much as possible, so when we divide both sides by 4, we get u equals 5/4 is our answer. Terrific. Okay, let's do one more here. Oh, word problem. All right, so this time they didn't make the proportion for us. It says a certain medicine is given in an amount proportional to a patient's body weight. Suppose a patient weighing 132 pounds receives 143 milligrams of medicine. What is the amount of medicine required by a patient weighing 156 pounds? Okay, so we see this proportional. That tells us that a proportion would be one way to solve this. And the important thing to think about when we go about solving this is to keep things of the same unit kind of in the same line, either the same row or the same column. So there's so many different ways we could set this up. I see 132 pounds for the one we have and 156 pounds. So those need to go together. They could either go one on top of each other or left and right of each other. Let's go ahead and do 132 pounds for this patient, and that means he gets 143 milligrams of medicine. Okay, so we have to follow the same pattern for the new one. So we know the new patient is 156 pounds, So that'll go in the same column as the other pounds, and we're looking for the milligrams of for the other patient, so that's the unknown. Okay, so definitely a cross product equation here to go ahead and solve this. So we get 132x is equal to, okay, 143 times 156 is 22,308. And we'll divide both sides by 132. And when we do that, it comes out nicely to 169 milligrams. Perfect. And so that's our answer. Terrific. Hopefully those were helpful for you. If you want to check out some of the other examples that have applications with geometry, stay tuned for part 2 of the video.